And welcome to this week's webinar with App Legend, me, Mark P. Summers. And today I've got some things prepared to cover. We've got some changes going on. Oh, I didn't switch my camera on. Here I am. Hey guys. So yeah, we've got some fun things to cover today, and we're also going to be answering your questions. If you do have questions, please put them in the question and answer screen, not the chat. You can use the chat just to make comments and things, but if it's something you definitely want me to see, then please put it in the question and answer system. I love to see these webinars getting busier and busier, and it gives me a lot more energy. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you and get started. Main screen, share. All right, here we go. So let's move this out the way. Come on. I don't know how many of you spend a lot of time in Zoom, but I would like to track how much time I spend moving widgets from one side of the screen to the other, especially when you're screen sharing. You've got these crazy widgets everywhere, and cool. All right. So first thing first, we are going to cover some of the updates that happened in. Um, let's come out of this in Famous. So let's go into this app here first of all and look at those changes. So I'll give you this link. Let's take this link and put it into the chat. This is the link with all my links on. I'll send that over to you. And first thing we're going to look at is the update that happened just, I guess 2 days ago now on Wednesday. And that is the inline editor. So before, if we wanted to change this text, we could do it without prompting by going to the code and then searching for my links and then finding that piece of text and changing it in the code. Now, for those of you that haven't seen it yet, we have an absolutely amazing inline editor. So right now we're in view mode, which means I can click on these links and um, it will. Oh wait, do these links stop working? Um, I've just been updating this with the inline editor, and now I'll check it in a second. Actually, let me check it here. Make sure these links still work. No, they don't. Oh my goodness. I broke my app while testing this out. So we'll fix that in a second. But what I wanted to show you, that what I wanted to show you is still going to work. Um, and Evgenia, can you ask a question regarding app development? Yes, absolutely. That's the whole point of this webinar. So use the question and answer system, and I will do my best to answer it for you. So we're going to switch over here to edit mode. We've got mouse mode and edit mode. So edit mode allows us to click on any text element and edit it as if we were in a nice WYSIWYG editor. So here I've edited this one. I'm going to edit this one. I actually added these dashes just before the call, and now I'm going to take them away. And so I've edited this with the inline editor. You can edit pretty much any text function just by clicking on it. So here we can put at AI app builders. That's my YouTube channel. Oh, text not found. Okay, maybe it doesn't like the at sign. No. What bug have I found now? It really doesn't like that. Let me do that one more time. So we want to click this and we're just going to put a full stop on the end. No, I broke it. I broke it. Let's save it and see whether saving it makes it work. But all the other things worked. Just that bit That bit didn't. And then I need to prompt to say, hey, all the links aren't working. Because if you go to that page right now, we have um, we have a nice load of buttons, but none of them actually work. The other thing that I'm going to be covering in this session is how to move or how to, once you've created a web app, how to change it into a mobile app. It's something that people have asked for quite a bit. I'm going to go through that process in how to change something from a web app to a mobile app. And before you ask, no, we haven't got a magic button that does it. There is a few things to go through. Let me see if I can now change this. I'm just going to put a dot in it. No, I broke it already. So we're going to prompt now to say the buttons look much better, but now they are not linked to their destinations. Please ensure they go to the URL intended when clicked. All right. So what we should do is make sure that it hasn't lost in my other edits. It hasn't lost my um, the actual link itself. No, the links are there. Okay, good. All right. So it's just a UI issue that the links aren't working. So we'll send that prompt over to it and go back to preview. And so let me go through what we're actually going to do for this exercise today. It's probably going to take quite some time to get it done, but um, it's the methodology is right at the beginning part, so we're going to kind of let it do its thing in the background. Here we have a an app that I've been working on for a client, and it's called the World Leader app, and it's available now. You can go to worldleader.app. In fact, let me put that URL in the chat, and you guys can play with it. It's kind of fun. There's a lot of elements in here that I've been asked for many times. The first element is a trial when someone signs up, but a timed trial. And so when you sign up, you get 30 minutes to fully test this as a premium user before it locks everything down. So it's not a 7 day trial, it's not a 3 day trial, it's a 30-minute trial, which is pretty cool the way that that works. And then the idea here is that there are going to be, at the moment, there's three, six, nine, there's 10 world leaders in here. And the idea is that there's going to be actually nearly 600 world leaders in here by the time it launches a week on Monday. This launches. It's ready now. There's only 10 world leaders. In fact, here, let me ask you guys a question. Think of a world leader from the past, so someone that's not living right now. Think of a world leader from the past um, that is your favorite world leader, whatever they've done, someone that has had a great contribution to the world. Put it in the chat who your favorite world leader is that isn't one of these 10. So not these guys. Okay, I want to see who everyone's favorite world leader is. So just think of a world leader that has made a significant contribution to the world that is now dead. Okay, I can't guarantee that I have their image, but what I'm going to do is show you adding that world leader live into the app. So yeah, go ahead and fill the chat up with your favorite world leader. At least someone, please give me a world leader. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to move this app into a mobile app. And so I've already got Jesus. Jesus is already here. Indira Gandhi. And we've got oh, Mahatma Gandhi. I'll need to see if I've got Indira. Um, let me search to see if I've got Indira in my database. Who else? Anybody else got Indira? Indira. I do have Indira Gandhi. Okay, so we're going to do Indira Gandhi. While we're waiting for the other thing to fix, we're gonna add Indira Gandhi. So we're going to log into the admin area of this site and go to leaders. And this whole app, guys, is written with Famous. I've not used any other tools. Well, maybe a little bit of ChatGPT, but I've not used any other tools. And so here I'm going to add Indira, get the spelling right, Gandhi. And then we're going to upload the photo of Indira Gandhi. And where is it? Indira Gandhi. Is that the big? Yes. Oh, she's beautiful. Look at that. She's wearing purple. I love it. So let's upload a picture of Indira Gandhi. So all of these photos are have been digitally drawn. They're not AI. They're digitally drawn by a Spanish artist. And so this system, because I've got 600 of these to put in, I've got to put them into categories. I've got to find what their significant information is. In fact, before I do this, let me just copy Indira's name and go back to here. I could add this leader by putting in the information for my own yeah, Jesus is already in there. We've already done Jesus. Catherine the Great. I'll see if I've got Catherine the Great. Anyway, when we're adding a leader, I could have typed in all of the information manually. But then I realized to myself, well, that's a lot of work to add 600 world leaders. So I added this add with AI. I get to upload the image. I get to upload the image, click generate with AI, and it goes off. Um, Absolutely. We have many female world leaders in the database of pictures that I have. And like I say, I have 600 of them for this app. So it's now generating all of that information. It's generating what her contributions were to the world. It's generating her short description, her long description, her birth date, her death date, and all that information is being put into the system for me. Okay, there she is. She's inactive at the moment, so let's go and edit her. Here's her. She's a political leader. Here's her information. Here's her long description. She was born in 1917, died in 1984. We're going to switch her on to active. And here's the cool part. Let's save this and come on, be nice to me. All right, brilliant. And then now if we go over here and click on this little awards thing, this shows us all of her contributions. Okay, so I'm going to just grab one of these contributions because I sadly don't know anything about this lady. And I'm going to go back to the front end of the website and I'm going to go to view leaders. And in view leaders, I'm going to I could search for Gandhi and then she'll come up. So or I could just scroll through them all, or I could select political leaders and then she'll come up there as well because obviously she's a political leader. And so we're going to start a conversation with her, and I'm going to say, "Can you tell me all about your experience within the Green Revolution?" And now we're talking to her as if um, as if she's in the room, which is really cool. Here we go. And these world leaders love to talk about themselves. So we get if you um, were alive today, what would you love to achieve? So you can ask really cool questions. I was having a great conversation with Lady Diana the other day, and I was asking her whether uh, she felt that that Prince Charles, now King Charles, actually plotted her murder. I was having a great conversation with her. I asked her what she felt she would have done the year after she had died if she was still alive, and she talked about her clearing the minefields and all the work that she was doing with mines and things like that. It was really really pretty impressive. Anyway, there we go. There's her response. And the nice thing about this whole app is, as a user, I can go to my account and my chats, and I can see all of the chats that I've had with various different people. So it's really, and then it puts the latest person at the top. I was having a chat with Walt Disney about the my favorite rides in Disney World, and so it's a really clever app. Anyway, the nice thing about this app is it is mobile responsive. So if we shrink this down, it looks great on a mobile. It has the little hamburger comes up for the menu and so forth. Everything is has been designed for it to be on a mobile. However, it isn't a mobile app, and the client wants to have this app placed in the App Store. Um, yeah, unfortunately, that was a conspiracy theory I've had for many, many years. I mean, she's been gone now for nearly 30 years. 30 years in 27 will be her 30th anniversary of her death. And yeah, I'm sorry. I firmly believe that the Queen and Prince Charles had something to do with it. Anyway, this is a famous.ai webinar and not a conspiracy theory webinar. Maybe I should do one of those at the weekend and add a fourth webinar to my busy schedule, and we can talk all about conspiracy theories and so forth. Um, I mean, we can talk about those weird people that think the Earth is round and it's obviously flat, because when I take off, and I fly a lot, but when I take off, I fly like this, and so that obviously means it's flat. Otherwise, I'd be flying like this because I was always going around, and I don't do that. So it's obviously flat. Okay. So we're going to start working out what the methodology is, um, what the methodology is of um, of moving this app to be a mobile app. So first thing we're going to do is go to Famous, and we are going to look at this app in mobile view. And now this mobile view here isn't that easy to use. And in fact, the new live, oh, that's live edit. That's why it's not working. It's we always get this horrible scroll bar here, which a mobile doesn't have a scroll bar. It should just allow you to scroll with your mouse in the editor. So it's not the best place to take pictures of your app, which is what we need to change this from a web app into a mobile app. And just so you know, guys, the question and answer is section is open. So if you have any questions about what I'm doing or anything else, please feel free to get those in. We run for another 41 minutes, and so I will be getting to your questions if you have one. What is the pane you have open on the right hand side of your screen, please? Well, this is a very valuable pane. In fact, we're going to go into that. When you're programming, you really do need the console open on the right hand side. For PC users, to get this console open, you're going to press Control Shift and I. And for Mac users, you're going to press Command Option and I. And what this does is it shows you any errors that are happening in your app. And anything that is pink, you want to get rid of. And hopefully, when I'm moving around my app, I don't have anything pink because that would be embarrassing because I advocate for you making sure that this window is open at all times so that you can just make sure your app is nice and clean. Here's the account page for that app. So it gives me a nice little profile area, shows me what my subscription is. I can look at what the plans are for the apps. You can pay $4.99 a month or 47 a year or 97 lifetime. Um, uh, so um, so that's a really nice thing. Anyway, what we want to do here is in this screen, we're going to go back to the home page and then we're going to start looking at this in mobile view. And that's why we still need this right hand screen. If you look at the top here, I'm not sure if I can make this any bigger. You've got this device toggle toolbar. And the device toggle toolbar allows you to look at it in mobile view. And you can then change what device you're looking at it in. So right now we're looking at an iPhone 12. We can change it to an iPhone 14. And so this is the easiest way to upgrade your phone. You don't even have to pay. You can just change your phone as many times as you like. You want to look at it on an iPad Pro, you can. But we're going to concentrate on a phone screen. Anyway, and so look, there's our first little thing. This is because we're switching and it's not really relevant to the app. But what we're going to do here is we're going to take screenshots of what our app looks like on a mobile. So we're taking a screenshot of the front page. We're taking a screenshot of the middle of the front page. And we need to take 20 screenshots of our whole app. So I'm not going to do the bottom of that because we're going to run out of screenshots. We're going to click on view leaders. And so we'll take a screenshot of, of this section, scroll down. And so it can see that those are multiple world leaders there. Take that one. So that's 4 screenshots. We're going to take a screenshot of the My Chat section. And we'll take a screenshot of this. I love this My Chat section. It just looks so clean. It gives us all the information we want to know when the last message was. I love it. And so then we're going to go into a chat. And this looks great on a mobile. So here we're going to take a picture of what the chat looks like. And then finally, we're going to take a picture of the accounts page. No, not the My Achievements page. So the My Achievements page is something I haven't yet finished. But what I wanted to do is gamify the app. So when people use it, they get points for chatting to world leaders. They get a leader badge for each of the different leaders that they've seen. So they could get up to 600 different leader badges because they've spoken to 600. So they need to have at least 3 conversations with each leader to get the leader badge. It's I love that. It's kind of gamifying it. And so here we're going to go to the account settings page and we're going to take a screenshot of this. And then we're going to scroll down and click view plans and we'll take a screenshot of this. And we'll take a screenshot of the bottom part of this as well. So now we've got probably about 12 screenshots that cover the whole of the app. I answered that question. How do you take a screenshot of it? So Vincent, I'm on a Mac and I'm pressing Command, Option, and 4. And I'm sorry, Command, Shift, and 4. And that gives me the little radar target kind of icon. And then I draw a square around what I want to be a screenshot, and it does it and it does it for me. So on a Mac, it's Command Shift and 4. I'm afraid I'm not a PC guy, so I can't help with what the command key for PC is. Maybe someone can put that in the chat. Um, the chat is talking about flat Earth. I didn't mean to open a can of worms. I'm sorry. I won't mention flat Earth again. Everything depends on size. We are too small to get the whole. Okay. I have a question and will be happy to ask anytime. I have. Okay. Any questions need to be in the question and answer system so that I can keep them organized. That'd be great. Curious, how long did it take you to build each version, web app and app, roughly, just out of curiosity? So this app here, I would probably say total amount of hours to build what you see here with OpenAI connection, the Stripe connection, the layout, and thank you for that. So on a PC, it's Shift S and window. I don't even. Oh, the window key. Um, yeah. Okay. It's in the or use an app. Screen Espresso. Yes, I've heard of Screen Espresso before. I used to use an app called Sketch, which I really love because I could take a screenshot and then I could draw on it. And I uninstalled it because I realized I could do it from the command. But I'd like to get that back now because I'd like to be able to test whether if I take a screenshot of something, if I can put an arrow and point to like an area that I want famous to fix. So I want to see. Joey, do you know if it's still around? Um, but I just like the idea of being able to like put an arrow at an error and go, hey, look here, look at the red arrow. It's yeah, me neither, me neither. So okay, anyway, let's move on. So um, we've got our screenshots, and now what we need to do is write a magic prompt that is going to create this as an app. So, like I said before, there's no magic button that says convert this to be an app. It just doesn't exist. So we're going to start a new project and we're going to add our images to that new project. So here are our images. I'm going to just put those in. There's only about 8 of them in the end because the app is pretty simple. It's clever, but it's simple. Um, And so, and then we want to do two things. We want to make sure that we're selecting mobile app in the app type here, and then we also want to make sure we switch this to private. You want to do this for pretty much all of your builds, unless you're an exposition, unless you like people looking at everything you're doing. Keep this as private. It will do two things. One, it will stop someone stealing your idea. And two, it will stop people using your app while you're developing it and making your usage costs go up. So mark this as private, and then only you and the people you share the URL with will be able to have access to your project. Okay, so this is the first part of our process. The next thing we're going to do is open up a ChatGPT window, and we're going to give ChatGPT the screenshots as well. So we're going to add the photos that we just took into ChatGPT. Now, full disclaimer here, I have not done it this way before. So I'm just praying now that my crazy idea of how I'm going to do this is actually going to work. What I've done before is I've written the prompt describing all the features here in the prompt window. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get ChatGPT to write me a better prompt. And so here we go. I have attached a group of screenshots from the mobile view of my web app. I developed this in famous.ai, I didn't. I developed it in a white label of famous.ai, but it doesn't know about this right now. So I developed it in famous.ai, and I would like you to create a prompt for Famous to build a mobile app um, with with all the same functionality. We will use the same Superbase database, and so it is important that the mobile app does not change the structure slash schema of the tables. Okay, so what we don't want it to do is okay, no problem, Joe. Thank you. The full screenshot option in dev mode versus the I don't know what you mean, the full screenshot option in dev mode versus the multiple screenshots like you were taking. I don't know what you mean, Joey. Sorry. Um, so what we don't want it to do is to change. Um, there's a way to get a full screenshot of the entire page if you're using the three circles on the top right of the dev view. Okay, so I missed something there. In apparently over here, you can get a full screenshot, so you don't have to do what I was doing. Here we go. Capture screenshot. Joey, that is awesome. There we go. So look, it's downloaded. Joey, you have taught me something amazing. Thank you so much. Well, you taught everybody something amazing. That is actually a really nice screenshot because it's got everything without me having to go around the edge. I am going to be using that all the time, Joey. You're amazing. Thank you. I don't know if you left yet, but if you did, it's being recorded. So I appreciate you. Thank you. So Joey's advice was in the console screen, you can click on the three little dots and then capture screenshot or capture full size screenshot. I don't know what that one does. Um, Nothing much different. So anyway, you can now capture a screenshot that way rather than doing it the long-winded way. Janelle, see, it's worth getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning because oh, more three dot secrets. Yes, yes. And in fact, we're going to be using some of the three dot secrets that you taught me, Janelle, in our prompt here. So um, I see the chats going up. So if any of those chats um, are are questions, then please put them in the question side so I don't miss things as they go past. So I've attached a group of screenshots. We don't want you to change the structure of the tables, and importantly, we do not want any of the functions changed in the Superbase project. Because what we don't want to do is create a lovely mobile app, but it breaks the web app in the meantime. And so when creating functions or using functions that are already created, please create a copy with the name prefixed with mobile dash. For example, and then let's go and find the where's my account here. We'll go and find that project. We'll go into Edge functions. We've got chat with leader is an Edge function here. And so we're going to tell it that, for example, Edge function chat with leader will be cloned to mobile dash chat with leader for the mobile version. This way we can protect the web app while developing the mobile app, and both will work in tandem. Okay, so there's our kind of our guidelines, our guardrails, and what we're going to do. Tandem spelt wrong, but there we go. Now it's not. Please create a master prompt that will tell Famous what we expect and how to protect the web app code while developing. Okay, so this is all a ChatGPT prompt. And let's put, if you need it, the web app is at https://worldleader.app. Okay, so let's go and see what ChatGPT does with that. While that's doing that, I'm going to go back to here and see whether it has fixed my links. And let's publish it. And go to this address, and hopefully these links are now links. They are good, awesome. So it fixed that, and the reason I had it change it was because I noticed that the mobile view didn't look very good, and now the mobile view looks great too. So that has fixed that problem that we were dealing with at the top of the webinar. So let's go and see how ChatGPT is getting on. Okay, so ChatGPT is doing one of those things where it's like two responses, so we get to look at both. Here's a single copy and paste master prompt you can drop into Famous to generate a mobile app that mirrors the world leader web app while protecting the existing Supabase, and then and not changing any Supabase schemas or server-side code. I'm going to look for this one because do not change the Supabase schema or code. Build the production mobile app using there. It's good. Non-negotiables, read carefully. Absolutely no database migrations. Do not add, alter, or drop columns. Great. RLS policies maintain untouched. Perfect. What we don't want to do is get it to be setting permissions, and now the web app doesn't work because a user doesn't have permission to see stuff. Use existing buckets. That's great. Do not rename or restructure. Environmental variant. Reuse existing names, but do not introduce new env names. There. Perfect. Network inputs and outputs of cloned mobile dash functions must match the original function contracts. Perfect. Okay. Platform. Expo and TypeScript. Supabase Java, React queries. Lots of other stuff, icons, perfect. Uploads, great. And perfect. Awesome. Screen flows. Yeah, this is great. So we spent a little bit of time just kind of taking those screenshots and then telling it what we expected. So here it's telling it about the clones. It's giving us loads of information. So this, I could never write this, this detailed. And it's gone ahead and given us everything, important reminders, and then this is the end. And then, so then it's giving us more information. So we're going to copy. This is quite a big prompt, so I hope I don't crash Famous. If you're using Famous right now, I apologize if this crashes it, but let's go and see who's ready. Who's ready for me to to throw this huge master prompt at Famous? Yes or no, or should we just give up? No? Okay. All right, we won't do it. We won't do it. Come on, someone tell me I should do it. Why we're okay, Mark says we should do it. Okay. All right. Okay. There you all are. You woke up. Okay. Um, so let's go ahead and we send it. The other thing I was going to do, and we could add this, is we could put in the schema of all the tables. So in the app, we can go over to here. We don't have many tables. We have, let's put the world leaders in here. And so in here, over on the table editor, these are the magic three dots that Janelle was talking about. When you click on these three dots, you can click copy table schema, and then we can go ahead and paste that into Famous, and that gives it all of the fields and data information about that table and what that table is doing and how it's linked, which foreign keys it has, which fields can be null, which fields can't be null, and so forth. So users, going to copy that one over. And so I'm just adding all of this to the to the prompt. User badges I'm not interested in. Tags we're gonna copy, put that in there. Then we're going to messages. We'll copy over, copy table schema, and it's going in here. Those are the chat messages. So we store all of the chat so that the user can go back and see what's going on. The major contributions are in there. Copy table schema. That's going in here. And then where are we up to? Chat messages. I'm not sure the difference between chat messages and messages. Chat. Oh, messages is empty, so I need to delete that schema from the thing. We don't want it to be thinking it needs to use that messages window and then it's not. Major contributions. So here we go. Messages. We're not using that table. And in fact, what I'm going to do before I forget is go ahead and drop this table so that it's not going to get confused later on by having that table. I don't want it to look through and go, oh, you've got a messages. I'll use that because it's not being used anywhere else. And so then things don't work. Okay. And then categories is the last one. Copy that schema and drop that in the bottom. So this prompt is pretty huge. I'm going to copy this prompt and put it into a Google Doc. No, I'm not going to be sharing this Google Doc with you because obviously this is a proprietary um, um, app for my client, and so um, but the important part is the the Chat GPT part at the beginning. So I will share with you this prompt, which is basically how do I change it from um, a web app to a mobile app, and this is the prompt that you'll need, and this is pretty much the same. The only thing that's in here that's different is obviously the URL of your web app and the screenshots. They're the only thing that's going to change for you. So you can definitely use um, this prompt. I'll put it over in the chat, although I do know that I don't think you can actually copy from the chat, which is weird. I'm not entirely sure how to switch that on. But anyway, um, what did what did people say here? just do it, start it. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. Has anyone sorted out the issue with terms and conditions that our devs done on Famous? It's 100% exclusively owned by Famous, even if we download the code onto owned domain. That isn't true. The project is your project, and Famous does not own it. Um, I would definitely look into it if you think it's in the updated terms and conditions. But as far as I'm aware, that is not the case. Um, okay, I not something I can handle in this webinar, but I would definitely look into it. I'm actually meeting Alex this evening, face to face. First time I've ever met him, so I'm really looking forward to. I'm excited to be meeting him this evening. Oh, I didn't even press go yet, so maybe I should do that. But yeah, so what I've got here is my whole prompt, and let's go ahead and press go so it has a chance of finishing in the next 15 minutes. And off we go. It's got everything that we placed in here, and I put a copy in my Google Doc so that I can come back to it. And that is that is all good. So my question is, I will appreciate any advice. I have several apps, but one feature still not working no matter what. I am attempting to enable the following feature. The app saves the input from the user, number and text, and shows as a chat in the tracking tab. In case of numbers, X results. Okay. You're not explaining that very well, so I really don't know. I want this to be saved only on the phones of the users for safety and privacy reasons. Okay, so um, you just need to prompt that. So we're asking for number and text. Please ensure this is saved um, in local storage and not in Superbase. And you know, maybe you also want a backup solution so it can download a CSV file of all the data it's saved into their files. That would be a good thing. But you would just prompt, please, please save any data in local storage on the phone and not in Superbase. Job done. That's as simple as it is. And then I would prompt for the local storage data that the user has added, please create a download my data a page that allows the user to download a CSV file of any of the data they've added. Job done. Easy peasy. In most cases, prompting is purely about your art in describing what you want. If you can describe exactly what you want, then that's going to give you. So here we go. I'll build a. Oh wait, it's gone too far. I'll build a production ready world leader mobile app. Perfectly mirrors your web experience to create a striking hero area. Blah, 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 writing. It's doing the plan card. It's doing the conversation rows. It's doing message bubbles. It's created the leader card, which is the nice little um, okay, if that didn't work, the only thing I can suggest is you know, jump on a done with you call, and we'll do it together. Um, but that's a very specific thing to your app that isn't working. But we can definitely do it together on a done with you call, um, and that's exactly what those done with you calls are for. They're designed so that when you have something specific that you need moving forward with, we can do that. And the done with you and done for you options are all on this website that's in the chat. So aiapp.builders is the site. I have a done with you service. That's where I hold your hand and we move forward and go through any problems and come up with ideas on what would make your app better. The done for you service is where you tell me exactly what your app should do, and then I write the app for you and deliver you a fully working version of the app. And then we also have the club. The club is where you can. It's a private Discord server that allows you to ask questions in a small group. There's It's always going to be limited to 100 club members, no more. And you can ask questions in there, and I will answer them. And also, every month you get a free 15-minute call if you need it to discuss, something that's more pressing that can't be discussed a um, in a server with other people. So it might be something proprietary to your app or whatever, and that can be discussed in a 15-minute call. You can do one of those a month, which is how the club works, and that's available at AI App Builders. Just click on Club at the top, and it will take you to the sales page for that. Yeah, if you click on the last link I just sent, the AI app builders, that has the done with you, the done for you, and the club in there. It also has my fractional CTO services. You can even employ me as your fractional CTO if you wish, but I'm not even sure I have any slots for that available right now. So the main areas are the done with you, done for you, and the club area, and they're all on that last link that I sent. All right. This is working through. It's doing the pricing screen. It's matching the web app design for the pricing screen. It's dealing with the leader detail screen with a large portrait, a bio, a start conversation button. And so this has got 9 minutes left to finish this, to see kind of what it can produce with just that one prompt, a little bit of chat GPT, one prompt, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 screenshots, and we should have turned our web app into a mobile app that we'll be able to install on our phone and be functional. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not disillusioned here that this one prompt is going to give me a fully functioning app. But what it will do is give me a great foundation for me to prompt through and then get it working for future. And if I can get to um, if I can get to the point that this launches on the 20th of September, which is a week and a half, not even a week and a half, a week and 3 days away. If I can get it to the point where the mobile app is ready as well, I might even be able to launch both at the same time. Now, to be able to launch a mobile app, you will need to already have an Apple developer account, a DUNS number, a Google Console Play account, an Expo Dev account, a Google Cloud account, and get all those ducks in a row first. Otherwise, you're not getting anything going anywhere. And then the path to get your app into the App Store is a long one, but a simple one. Step one is test it in Expo Go. I'm going to hopefully be able to show you that before the end of the call, how you test your app in Expo Go. Number two is then push it to the app stores, both Android and Google Play, sorry, Apple and Google Play. And then step three is test it on an iPhone in test flight. Step four is then get it reviewed by Apple. Step five is listen to all their things they want you to change about your app. And just to bear in mind, you will never, and if you do, I'll eat my hat. I don't have a hat, but I would eat it if I did. You will never get your app past the first time you send it. There's always going to be something that they find just to get you to tweak, and then eventually it will be accepted and in the App Store. Since I joined the famous ecosystem and I've been coaching and consulting with famous users, I have helped about 6 clients get about 8 apps into the App Store already, including my own app that I wrote that goes with my book, which is the whole reason why I ended up getting into this crazy world is writing an app for my book. And so those 8 apps were not easy to get into the App Store. They all had little things that needed to be tweaked. And once you've done that, the pride that you receive by um, getting into the App Store is just amazing. The white label of Famous, I presume you're talking about. Um, the easiest thing to do with that is to attend Terence webinar on Tuesday, I think it is. He covers a lot more white label stuff in his webinar. Um, the it is kind of simple. You will just go through the wizard to set up your white label. But again, if you want my help in doing it, we could set up a white label, in one hour call. So go ahead and look at the done with you, and we can just do it together. Yes, Chris, I can repeat those tools. So you need a Google Play console account. It's going to cost you $25 lifetime. You need an Apple developer account. And to get that, you'll need a DUNS number, a DUNS number. Before you get your DUNS number, please go to my YouTube channel and watch the video. Search for DUNS, DUNS, and watch the video about DUNS. It will save you about $300 just watching that video. So a Google Play account, an Apple Connect account, or an Apple developer account, and you need an Expo Dev account and a Google Cloud account, which is the normal Google email, so that you can set up your Google project within the Google Cloud system. So those 4 areas. Now, once this finishes, I'll be able to show you what those 4 um, no, your DUNS number. Sorry, I'm answering questions before I'm reading them out. Do you need a different DUNS number for each app? No, you need a different DUNS number for each company that's going to register for a developer account. So in most cases, you will have one company, one developer account, one DUNS number, and that's the process of getting completed um, with Apple. I don't think Google ask you to um, ask you for a DUNS number. I don't know why, but anyway, this seems to be going round and round in a loop. I hope it's not going to embarrass me and crash out. It's gone through this process of building the app um, and then it had problems, and it's rebuilding and fixing. So hopefully we're very nearly there. Yes, this there was a problem completing the build. We've had a few times, so hopefully it's. I didn't break it too much by giving it too much to do. But what was it doing up here? Package.json 14 to 47. Let's see if that's the same. No, okay. At least it's doing different things. So when you see the same error going round and round and round, we obviously have an issue. But when the error is different, it means it's fixing it. When you're developing stuff, you are going to hit errors. You are going to find things that don't quite work the way that you expect them to work. And that's why we use an AI app builder. It's intelligent enough to to redo the work and to fix what it's doing. And so I still have faith. My webinar has always finished on time, and today it's not going to because well, I'm going to stay until we've got a result here. I think it's a bit of an anticlimax not to have the answer to this. The important part, though, is that original prompt, getting it. Okay, great. It did all of that and then died on me. So let's see. what the issue is. Um, native work. Let's plug in fire stack error. So this is something to do with Babel, not here. So let's go and look at code. Let's close this. So it did start writing code, not very much. So yeah, it hasn't written very much at all. We know that it's not done anything with it's not done anything with Superbase because it hasn't asked us what Superbase to connect to yet. So I'm going to just go ahead and click the attempt to fix it button, and we'll see. Um, um, we'll see what it says. So, lately famous screen will go blank and I have to restart my computer. Is this an internal error? So, if you mean lately, as in over the last 24 hours, then that is likely to be. Let me take you here. It's likely to be the fact that you're in edit mode when it hasn't loaded properly. You should switch out of edit mode and just go into, they call it mouse mode. It's a little bit weird, but switch to mouse mode and then see if that gets rid of that blank screen. Some of these screens that we've developed aren't loading in edit mode. Right, yes. So in edit mode, if the format of that code is not compatible with the editor system, then then that will cause a white page. So it's this is a new feature. If there's a piece of text then that you want to edit, search for that piece of text in the code the old way and edit it that way. That will solve that. But bear in mind that this new WYSIWYG editor is extremely new, and there will be some little niggles in it while the team iron that out. So yeah, if you get that white page, switch to mouse mode and then edit it in the code the way that we used to do. That will solve that. You might find that once you edit it that first time, and then save it, that then the actual other editor will then work once it's had the code rebuilt. So come on, please don't let me down. This will be great. What question do we have here? I tend to prompts on different platforms. They all do the same. Sometimes they capture everything, sometimes not. From my experience, if you organize the prompt, if the prompt has solid structure, including bold font header, so the AI see the big picture, what goes first, what second, right? If just a mixture of everything. Okay, yeah. And so my prompt, it was big, but it was definitely well structured. And for those of you that have been on my webinars before, I talk about that three-step process when you're prompting. So when you're attempting to fix something, step one is tell it tell it what you did. Step two, tell it what happened. And step three, and every time I do this, I get balloons, and I don't know why. Uh, so I don't know where they're coming from. Step three is tell it what should have happened. So step one, I went to my page and I clicked on one of the icons on my page. Step two, when I clicked on the icon or the button, it didn't go to the URL it was supposed to be. Step three is when I click on these cards, it should go to each of the different URLs and function normally. So you're telling it what you did, what happened, and what should have happened. That's the three best ways of um, keeping your prompts detailed and so that it can understand it. All right, let's go back to here. This is still going. My goodness. I answered that. Henry's still having issues with his blank page. Is it a web app, Henry, or a mobile app? Let me know while we're waiting for this. Famous must roll its eyes constantly at my mistakes. Well, look, we roll our eyes when it makes mistakes too, so it's only fair. Okay, Henry, if it's a web app, then publish it and see if it's blank in live mode as well, um, and see if that see if it's blank in live mode and it's blank in preview, then you need to give it a prompt to say that the layout is being affected by some form of wrapper. Maybe there's a wrapper missing, or or there's a wrapper that's kind of taken over and not allowing the content to be displayed. And so, a very well structured um, using those three steps. What did I do? I went to the main page of my app. What happened? The main page was blank. What should have happened? The main page should have loaded the hero spot, the reviews, the whatever is on that page, and then get it to go and see what's going on. Okay, but if it's blank on the public view, then that isn't a famous issue, it's a code issue. Now famous created the code, but it's not a famous builder issue. Um yeah. Okay. I should have done this prompt at the beginning of the call and then done the questions and answers afterwards, and then we wouldn't probably still be waiting. But let's uh, let's give this a few more minutes, and if it doesn't finish by 12:15, sorry, 1:15 Eastern, then we will end the webinar. And if you are in my Discord server, then I will put the results in there so everyone can see it. But for now, we'll give it another 8 minutes to finish off before we before we end the webinar. I can see people are dropping off. They obviously have other things to do. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. In the meantime, while we're waiting, if you do have other questions, feel free to um, ask. Um, okay, I don't know what this is. This seems to be a doctored version of the terms and conditions. Um, like I say, this isn't something I can handle here. Um, I have all faith that you own your own stuff, and I will research it myself before this evening, and um, and like you say, I will. If I find that it's not what I expect it to be, I will talk to Alex this evening. Um, when I get to meet him, he'll love that. But yeah. Famous has no interest in your code and your projects. Famous's IP in its system itself is is enough value for what it is. So, like I say, I'm not a lawyer. I will look over it and I will ask that question um, when I see Alex. This is jumping all over the place, fixing different things. It has successfully built it so many times, and I'd just like to see it. It'd be lovely to just see it. That'd be great. Thank you, Jason. I've been in this ecosystem for just over 4 months now and never met any of the team. And so tonight I get to meet Terrence McNahon. I get to meet the two Daves. I get to meet Alex, and I'm super excited to meet them. And then working with the team on Sunday and Monday for an in-person event, which is super exciting. They've brought me in as a coach for the 2 days, and I'm super excited. I get to um, go and work in um, in a 10 bedroom mansion in southeast Austin, southwest Austin, and they've got some of their great clients. So yeah, I'm super excited, and it's gonna be a great weekend. Um, well, thank you, Jason. That's appreciated. Yep, you're right, Evgenia. That's that's oh no, we're back to we're back to an error. All right. Well, look, this really isn't getting us very far. I might take the prompt and give it to it again in another window just to see if I get better results. But the um, right now this isn't going to get anywhere. It wasn't the outcome that I wanted. Maybe when you're doing it, you're using a simpler app to clone, although I thought this was kind of simple in itself. Please come next week and I'll give you an update on where we are. If you are in my Discord server. I'll give updates there as well. Thank you very much for hanging in there and let me know. Joey, got your hand raised. Read the terms. Okay, we've stopped talking about the terms and conditions. I've told you I will look into it and um, and uh, um, and I will. If if you don't like a company's terms and conditions, don't use that company. That's the best advice I can give as a non-lawyer. But I appreciate your input, Jason. Um, anyway, the we'll keep you updated. Join my Discord channel if you want an update before next week, and I look forward to showing you much better um, much better results in our next call. Cheers. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.